I'm involved in a collaborative project. This is not a project from MSU Safe Place, but I'm involved in it, and it's an exciting project. What we found is it came to our attention, I think through the counseling center, they were dealing a lot with data from students, and they also were seeing an increase in students coming to them to deal with a lot of issues, particularly Chinese international students. We've seen that there's obviously people know that there's an increase in this population at MSU. We've seen a huge increase. In 2005 there were 43 undergraduates, and now there's this year 2,213. And that's the highest increase in the Big Ten universities. And the number of freshmen for next year we estimate to be 1,000. So what we found is that because of this, we're in a position to do some cutting-edge work to create programs for this population. So what we've done is we've developed a project that could really target this population, but really it's accessible to all students. What we find is that a lot of students of all backgrounds have a lot of questions about sexuality and healthy relationships. But international students have a lot of questions and don't always know where to access that information. What we're finding from staff and faculty is that when the student numbers were lower with this population, that they integrated with other students, and now we're finding that that integration isn't happening as much, that there's students are isolating, there's less integration, and they're having more and more questions about these issues. There's a lot of areas that we're looking at with this project, health, identity, and safety issues, a lot of taboo topics within this culture, and a lot of inaccurate information. We're finding that a lot of students don't really understand a lot of the issues that they're exposed to here at MSU. Some examples include safe sex, sexual identity, relationship and sexual violence, stalking, HIV. They just have a lot of questions and they're not sure where to go. So this is a collaborative project starting from the Counseling Center, the Sexual Assault Program. It involves our program, MSU Safe Place, the Sexual Assault and Relationship Violence Prevention Program, Olin Health Center, and Women's Resource Center. So what we're doing is we're working on creating a mobile-ready, web-based application. This was inspired by Go Ask Alice. I don't know if you're familiar with that, but that's a really interesting program where students can go and ask questions, and the questions are archived with answers, and so we kind of use that as a base. We're working with Ventura Incorporated and MSU Global to design this, so the technology is still in the works. And it's very, very exciting, and I'm not really sure about how technology details work. But what this will do, this project will provide opportunities for students to ask anonymous questions in English or Chinese. We're going to have students who are fluent in Chinese be brought into the project so that they can interpret and translate questions. And then we're going to rely on staff and faculty to answer the questions. And these questions will be archived for all students to see. We're going to provide resources, support, and accurate information. The questions will be answered in English in a culturally sensitive manner, and particular attention will be paid to the taboos in Chinese culture that serve as barriers to get accurate information. So staff and faculty are heavily involved in this project. We'll be overseeing it. We'll be supervising interns. We'll be providing the information and the expertise. And we also will be reviewing and evaluating the project. Student interns will be utilized. We hope to hire them in the spring. They'll be helping us get outreach to this population and providing us with some sensitivity and competence. They'll translate the questions and they'll help assess and how to post the information for other students to access the information. It's open to all students. We are targeting the Chinese international students for various reasons, but really it's open to all students. I want to give special thanks to the Office for Inclusion and Intercultural Initiatives, because that's how we got the funding for this year to actually do the technology. We hope to get further funding as well. The timeline is right now we're doing the app work, the development period. We're testing it in December, and we're working on hiring interns, and we hope to have it launched in January. So if you have any questions about the project, or you know any students who might be interested in interning, it is paid internships. We hope to have 2 interns per semester. Dr. Jane Scheidemann is the person to contact for further information. I'm happy to field questions if there's time. Does anybody have any questions about this project? Okay, thank you very much.